It's certainly a very busy time of the year, and that includes hockey. NHL on the way, World Juniors also on the way very soon as Team Canada looks to win another gold medal. We're joined by one of their members and an Edmonton Oilers draft pick, Dylan Holloway. And Dylan, as as the tournament is just around the corner, do you kind of sense you're starting to feel more and more like a kid and getting more and more excited about getting things underway?
Yeah, definitely. It's very exciting. Tournament starts in 4 days, so we're all just getting ready for that. Yeah, it's super exciting. Since I was a little kid, I wanted to play in this tournament. So now that it's finally here, it's a pretty special feeling.
Has anything surprised you just about how camp is run and just maybe the expectations on young people like yourself to represent Canada in a gold medal way with the hopes it ends in a gold medal?
Yeah, well, definitely Hockey Canada is very professional. So I know it's a very professionally run organization. So, but we get free time. We get time to spend with our teammates and stuff. We're getting treated super nice. We get the Oilers facility, the Oilers dressing room, and then we're staying at the JW Marriott here. So it's one of the nicer hotels I've ever been in. So it's definitely very cool.
Speaking of which, you are an Oilers draft pick.
The Edmonton Oilers are proud to select with the 14th pick, Dylan Holloway.
Hey guys, Dylan Holloway here. Super pumped to be part of Oil Country. Go Oilers, go.
What's it like sort of being in and around the dressing room and the ice and the entire Rogers Place facility?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's definitely something I want to get used to because the dressing room is so nice. So, but yeah, it's just super cool. The fact that it's potentially could be my home one day is even more special. So, I know I got a long ways to get there, but it just kind of a little inspiring. It makes me want to work even harder to get there one day.
Well, I know you want to lead the team in goals or assists or points and just help the team, in any way you can. Right now, you might be tied for the team lead in quarantines. Have you gone through 3 quarantines? Is that correct since you arrived in Red Deer?
Yeah, so myself, I have been in 3 quarantines. I actually did have COVID at the start of September. So I had a quarantine in my apartment in Madison. And then there's a little bit of an isolation for the NCAA guys coming into camp. And then as soon as we got out of isolation, we had to go back in for the 14 days. And then just being in Edmonton, as soon as we got into Edmonton, we had 4 days of isolation. So I think I probably got the team lead in quarantine days.
Well, what was it like for you? COVID is obviously a very serious topic and a very serious medical issue. How did it impact you?
Yeah, well, thankfully for me, it wasn't actually too bad. I remember there was a couple of days where I was just super tired, and it was like no joke. Like if I stood up out of my couch and walked to my door, or went and got food or something like from the kitchen, I was kind of out of breath. So I could see it would be very dangerous. But I was lucky for me. It was only like a couple of days where I felt like that, and then I was back to normal.
Well, you've been undergoing daily tests, and so far so good regarding results for Team Canada. You've also been undergoing a different kind of test, and that's school. What's it been like for you to mix having to take a final while you're also trying to make the final roster, and you were able to do that with Canada?
Yeah, well, I hate to say it. Well, school's kind of the afterthought right now, but I don't know, still managing to stay on top of it as best as I can. And then I did have an exam, so it was my final exams a couple of days ago. It was good. That was our last day of quarantine, so I had all the time in the world to do it. So it ended up being pretty good. But I'm happy school's done for now, and I can focus on hockey.
What is your toughest course?
I was in a consumer finance class, so that was probably my toughest course.
Can you give us an idea of some of the things you would have to know or learn in that kind of a course?
Yeah, it's like a lot of math, a lot of formulas and stuff. You learn about like taxes, stocks, investments, like mortgages, that kind of thing. So it's kind of a heavy class, but it's probably a pretty good class to like know for like the real world stuff.
Yeah, once you get moving on into the future as a hockey player and then in a post-hockey career, you discussed the fact that you have been quarantined and spent some time in hotel rooms. I know people at home are always kind of curious. You've got your own room, which is great, if I'm correct on that. What's the room like? What's the view like here in Edmonton?
Well, I'm up on the 19th floor, so I got a pretty good view of the city. Yeah, the room's actually super nice. Like JW Marriott's a really nice hotel, so it's a super nice room. I can give you guys a little tour of it if you want.
Sure. Yeah, let's have a look if you don't mind.
Yeah, so I'm just sitting here by the window. This is the view I got. The rink's right there.
Yeah.
I view the rink, and then I got 2 beds, even though it's just me. TV. Then I got a bunch of snacks. My mom sent me a little care package, so I got lots of snacks. And then over here is just like bathroom, shower, that kind of thing. So it's a really nice room actually.
What kind of clothes do you bring when you're going to be, in this same setting and away from home for a while?
Yeah, well, I try not to pack too much because usually Hockey Canada is really good at giving us like merchandise and stuff. So, but pack a lot of polo shirts. They like us wearing polos. I know I pack some comfy clothes too. Like we got a lot of time in the hotel, obviously. So some comfy clothes, lots of socks and underwear. That's a necessity. So, but yeah, I try to pack like a little lighter than normal, just because I know coming out of these tournaments, like usually gain more stuff than you lose. So.
You were drafted 14th overall by the Edmonton Oilers. So now you have a new employer and you want to know as much as you can about the organization. So we're going to play a little Edmonton Oilers trivia here. I'm more than willing to help you out. I think that, I kind of forget you're still a young guy. So I'll give you a hint. You can phone a friend. I can also cut down the multiple choice from 4 down to 2. So I'm going to start with this. What year did the Edmonton Oilers enter the NHL? Your options are 1979, 1989, 1999, 2009.
1979.
Boom, 1 for 1. Great start. Okay. Who was the Edmonton Oilers' very first NHL draft pick? Kevin Lowe, Glenn Anderson, Mark Messier, or Wayne Gretzky? And remember, hints are available if necessary.
I think I know this one. I think it's Kevin Lowe.
You got it. Great. Now, this is a little bit of a lighter one. What is the name of the Oilers' mascot? Is it Hunter, Harlow, Hudson, or Harry?
I think it's Hunter.
You got it. Yeah, fantastic. Well done. Okay. Who was the only Edmonton Oiler to score more than 200 points in a season? Glenn Anderson, Paul Coffey, Yari Curry, or Wayne Gretzky?
Gonna go with Wayne Gretzky.
You got it. In fact, Dylan, he had 4 200 or more point seasons, if you can believe that. That's incredible on the part of number 99. Okay, now the Edmonton Oilers have had 4 first overall picks. Who was the first player chosen first overall by Edmonton? Was it Connor McDavid, Taylor Hall, Nail Yakupov, or Ryan Nugent-Hopkins?
Isn't it Yakupov?
Close. I'll give you a hint. The year was 2010, and the other player who the Oilers were thinking of drafting was Tyler Seguin.
Oh, Taylor Hall.
Boom, you got it. Fantastic. There you go. That's like, you take a pencil, you erase the answer, and then you put the real answer in, or the right answer. You're doing great so far. Okay, now we're going to turn back the clock a bit. Remember, you got hints and you got help. Who did the Oilers defeat to win their first Stanley Cup? Their first Stanley Cup. Boston, Montreal, Philadelphia, or the New York Islanders? Got a hint if you need it.
I want to say Montreal.
Close. American City, and they won 4 straight Stanley Cups and had players named Brian Trottier and Mike Boston.
The Islanders.
You got it. There you go. Fantastic. Okay, so which Oilers goalie was the only netminder in Oilers history to be involved in a goalie fight in the Battle of Alberta? Mikko Koskinen, Grant Fuhr, Andy Moog, or Mike Smith?
Mike Smith.
You got it. Nice. Great answer. All right. How many Stanley Cups have the Edmonton Oilers won? Again, you have a hint if needed. 2, 3, 4, or 5?
5.
Nailed it. Fantastic. Okay. Who led the Edmonton Oilers in scoring last season? Was it Leon Draisaitl, Connor McDavid, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, or Kyler Yamamoto?
Draisaitl, wasn't it?
You got it. Yes, and then Connor McDavid was second. Okay. Final question. Which Oiler scored 8 points in a single game? Paul Coffey, Sam Gagner, Wayne Gretzky, or all of the above?
I'm going to go with all of the above.
You got it. Fantastic. You did great. Hey, if you're as good at Oilers trivia as you're on the ice and at school at Wisconsin, this is going to be great both on and off the ice for you and the Edmonton Oilers. Dylan, really appreciate your time and playing along. All of Canada is cheering for you and Team Canada. So, best of luck at the World Junior Hockey Championship.
Yeah, thank you, Gene. I appreciate it.